Close your eyes and feel the Hanuman in your heart. You are the Hanuman. The pure mind represents Hanuman. Your subconscious mind represents Hanuman. Let Hanuman, the supreme hero, express through you, through your subconscious mind. Good morning.
Good morning.
Shubhodaya.
Shubhodaya.
ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ?
Fine. Yes.
Good. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
How was the last week?
Wonderful.
Last week ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತಾ?
Yes. Enjoyed.
ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ?
Yes.
ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಹಾ.
ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್.
ಗುರುಜಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೇಕು 250.
Credit goes to you. Celebrate ಮಾಡಿ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಲಿಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ದೇಶದ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ಟಿವಿ9 ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ NDTVನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು, ಹೌದಾ? ರಾಜ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ, ಹೌದಾ? ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ? ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು? ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ತೆಲುಗು ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು.
ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಜೈನ್. ಇವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಶೇಖರ್ ಸುಮನ್, ಫೇಮಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇವ್ರದೇ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಮಗ ಸತ್ತೋಗಿದ್ದು ರೀಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ. So he was able to see where is his son in cosmos.
का बेटा आपको बताएगा स्टेशन का नाम कानों में.
इवर ಹೆಸರು तृप्ति जैन, डॉक्टर तृप्ति जैन.
स्टेशन क्या है?
बड़ा फेमस हिप्नोथेरेपिस्ट. ಸುಮಾರು ಸೀಸನ್ 1 ಸೀಸನ್ 2 ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂತು NDTV ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೌದಾ?
I want you to bend down and look into his eyes. Look into his eyes.
ಇವರೇ ಬಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಿದೆ? ಯಾವತ್ತಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. We want to know more about the science from Dr. Trupti Jain ಅಂತ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧಿಕವಾದಾಗ ಅವರು ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಆಗಬಹುದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ.
Feeling good, huh?
We're all excited. It's a prayer. You are here.
ಅದು manifest ಮಾಡಿದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ hug ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. She manifested the hug and she got it. I don't know what you all have manifested.
Now you married all of us.
Yes, that's right. Wonderful.
Still in the shot. Great. ಈಗ ಗಾಯತ್ರಿ ಜಿಯವರು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಂದುವರೋಣ. ಸೊ I welcome Gayatri to give an introductory talk.
Namaste, my dear friends. It gives me immense pleasure on behalf of you and all of us here to have Dr. Trupti Jain here with us. So when we requested her, Dr. Trupti Jain, she's an occupational therapist from GS Medical College, Mumbai. Subsequently, she did her MA and MPhil in clinical psychology from Bombay University. Her interest in psychotherapy got her to specialize in many different psychotherapeutic techniques. She has been trained by a German priest in Gestalt therapy, and she's been doing psychodrama workshops with schools for a long time. She has learned narrative therapy, EMDR, and rational emotive therapy, cognitive therapy, and NLP has also been her forte. Working with the National Domestic Workers Union, she has done many workshops with HIV positive children. She's been awarded a silver plaque for her prestigious service by the Spastic Society of India for working with differently able children since 1985. She also runs a school, Violet Wings, for learning for the disabled children. Her interest in transpersonal psychology led her to learning this past life therapy from Dr. K. Newton and at the Life Research Academy, Hyderabad, and rebirthing technique from Leonard Orr. She has been practicing hypnotherapy and past life therapy for the past 10 years. Her forthcoming books to be published are Past Life Ras, Practicing Happiness, and The Leapfrog Manual. She has begun the Setu, a center which organizes various spiritual workshops. Since the last few years, she has been teaching tarot, Pythagorean numerology, and past life therapy. Her workshop, The Mystic Journey, is always well received. So that's what we are going to have today. And so we would request Madam to continue the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you really. I'm deeply, deeply grateful for Gayatri for inviting me here. Guruji for all his love and affection and acceptance of my work, and all of you here for clapping for me non-stop. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Yeah? And I'm so happy that all of you are also on this path. That makes us all soulmates on this beautiful, wonderful path. So let me start with the story. Because all of us love stories. Yeah, and I love them a lot. Because all of us have a child in us. We should never let it die. Right? There's a beautiful story. I was just thinking, what are the stories that I should be telling you all? And then I thought of this one. You know, there were 3 people. They were all making a beautiful building. So one person came forward and said, "What are you doing?" to the first man. And he said, "I am just putting cement on the bricks, and I'm going to be putting them one on top of the other." So the man went forward and asked the other person, what are you doing? He said, I am so tired toiling myself, and I have just made this wall and I have to continue making it. I'm really fed up of this work. Went to the third person and said, what are you doing? And he put his arms up and said, I am building a cathedral, a church. So all of us in this world keep working. Some of them are just layering bricks. That's what they think their work is. Some of them think that they are just building something, but they don't know what it is. And they keep doing it all their lives. And some of us believe that we are building a church.
Yes.
So we have to believe that we are doing something which is going to change the face of mankind. And we are doing this work with such earnesty, such gratefulness, such grace. Only then this work is going to give us benefits. So remember this, friends. We are on this path, this beautiful adventure that's going to take us God knows where. And I always say that life is an adventure. It has to be enjoyed barefoot. If you wear shoes and enjoy, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
This adventure has to be enjoyed barefoot. We have to strip ourselves. Get to the core, the essence of all of us. Then a beautiful spring, treasure, yeah, is going to come out. So I say, what is inside a seed? What is inside a seed? The potential to actualize. That is how inside us is essence, fragrance. That is all what we have to actualize. Now I know that all of you have been on this path and you all have learned a lot. But learning never stops. Keep learning, keep meeting other people, keep learning something from here, something from there. So today I am here to give you my experience. Whatever I am going to be speaking is only from my experience. Yeah? I have read, I have met a lot of people in my own journey, but I have learned more from my patients than from anybody else. They are my true teachers. Everyone who has come to me has shown me faith. Everyone who has come to me has given me trust. And everyone who has come to me has given me my experience. So when I say somebody is coming to you for help, remember, he is helping you. There are so many past lives that we have led, correct?
Yes.
Many. How many can we see? Not many. But through our patience, we can visit our past lives. Remember, most importantly, there is something that they are trying to tell you when they are going through their past life. And many times I find my unresolved conflicts, my unresolved problems, I am getting an answer from them. So remember, everyone that you are going to deal with is telling you, like a mirror, what you have not dealt with. So it is a beautiful therapy. It's a beautiful journey that I started many years ago as a little child. When I was living in Kenya, my father was posted in Mombasa. I spent my early childhood out there. And my father was a follower of J. Krishnamurti. Have you heard of him? Jeddu Krishnamurti. My father used to be listening to his tapes and he was like completely mesmerized, hypnotized by JK. And I remember my father leading me to the beaches of Mombasa. I'm building sand castles and he's listening to Jiddu. I don't know what I must have heard at that little young age, but it impressed me. I was like, JK was my hero. And then I grew up and my father, I have another sister, younger sister. My father never took her anywhere, never made her hear anything. He was always taking me along. So someone in our life already knows our path. We don't know it. Someone does. It could be your father, your mother, your uncle, your brother, or your guru, who you find much later in life. But it is important to listen to anyone who is saying something to you that touches your heart. My father did that, holding my hand, led me to many, many places, took me wherever he went. In his search, he took me along. And I can never forget when I turned 13 and I met UG Krishnamurti. He became my other guru. UGK has fascinated me all my life. I spent many Sundays with him. Again, I didn't know what he was saying logically.
Yes.
Yeah, my brain did not understand it, but my heart did.
Yes.
My soul did. So I think journeys in our life, like a river, yeah, goes through so many unforeseen, unseen places, and you never know what you've taken with you. So I think all of your journey has also been like that, you know. And then one fine day you will meet the ocean. God knows when. Yeah, that's the best part of it. Yeah. What I love about life is, Guruji, that life is uncertain. It's so nice. If it was certain, it would be boring. Life is so uncertain. When, what will happen? You don't know.
Yes.
And even if you're not prepared for it, it's more fun. And if you're prepared, then again you've got everything with you, and then there's no fun, you know. So the show has obviously fascinated people. But
That's
I want
why I did not tell that you are coming.
uncertain.
Everything is uncertain.
Guruji has learnt the magic of living life. You know, the show came to me, Guruji, in an uncertain manner. My friend Sudipta and I were in school together 25 years back. And after that, school got over and everybody went on their own path. We never met for 25 years. She knew about my work because in articles and papers she may be reading it. And then 2009 February, she called me and she said, I'm in trouble. I need to see you. All the 25 years, Guruji, I never knew anybody by the name of Sudipta. So when she called, I said, Sudipta. She was the only one I knew. So I said, oh my God, like, what's happening? She came to see me and did her session. She was going through some troubled times. And you won't believe it, in January 2009, she had begun a small media company. And she, after her sessions, you know, like a few weeks later, she said, Trupti, it's really helped me, you know. Why can't we make a show? So I said, how can we make a show? I mean, this is a therapy. Who would be interested in somebody else's past life? So she said, you just do your work. I'll manage the other stuff. And we prepared a small pilot episode, yeah, in a little room, some beds, I mean mattresses, and we made somebody lie down and we did a session. And we prepared a small little thing, capsule, and she took it to all the channels, Star Plus and Colors and everywhere. And then I thought to myself, why has she come after 25 years and why are we doing this? I'd never imagined that I would be on television. Yeah? And I thought to myself, like in full light, and somebody knows that they are being recorded, why would they regress? But I was proved wrong, you know. And I told Sudipta, I said, you know, Sudipta, 25 years later we are meeting. I think in 4 months, this show will be on air. She said, no, it's not possible. It takes years, you know, for shows to come on air. I said, no, something tells me it's going to be on air. And really, in 4 months, imagine signed the contract and we were on air. The show was on air.
Wow.
And that day, I knew that something is changing. Before that, I was working. But after 2009, December, my life has just taken a 360-degree turn.
Yes.
In 2 years, I had regressed 1,000 people from different walks of life, from different parts of the world, and all of them are telling me the same thing, that they have had a past life. I think it's the most phenomenal thing. And all of us, trust me, wherever we are working, we are all connected through a divine matrix. So I'm going to be sharing, of course, some of my own inner experiences, and I'm sure all